Automatic $2,000 monthly checks for the low income. This is pretty good. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. I know in this video, I do want to share with you the details of something I continue to see showing up in the headlines in regards to automatic $2,000 ongoing monthly checks, specifically focused on the low income, and what they're now saying about this as they continue to say this is the perfect solution. But what do they mean by that? That's a great question, and again, what I'm going to be focusing on here in this video. We've got a lot to cover, so let's get right into it. Really fast before we do, thanks so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video. It's totally free to do so, and I'm here for you right by your side every single day to help you out in any way that I can, as well as keeping you informed during this very busy time as things continue to change very rapidly. Also, as long as you're right down below the video hitting that subscribe button, if you haven't done so yet, make sure to like the video and of course share this video with your friends, family, and social media so we can continue to reach and help out as many people as we can during this very confusing and uncertain time we're all living through. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, and let's get into it and talk about what I continue to see in the headlines talking about $2,000 ongoing monthly checks for the low income automatically distributed. Wait, what? That sounds way too good to be true, right? But yeah, let me talk you through the details about this because they continue to say that this is the ultimate solution to everything going on right now. Now, as we continue to look at everything going on out there, and again, if you've been watching the videos here on the channel for any length of time now, you know that I continue to come back literally every single day, giving you updates of everything going on and watching the economy very closely and all kinds of things like this. We know it's a pretty weird time, right? Realistically, the last 3 or so years, 3.5 or so years, almost 4 years now, it's been super weird out there, right? Things are very different than what they were, 4 years ago. Things are very, very different right now, okay? So as a result of that, they continue to come up with all these studies and reports and things like this, and I want to share with you the details of this one because, honestly, this looks awesome, and if this were to actually be happening, I mean, this would be very, very life-changing for a lot of people. Let me talk you through what's going on here. Now, there's going to be an acronym that I'm going to be talking about here in this video because they talk about it a lot in these reports, okay? It is MPC, which stands for Marginal Propensity to Consume, okay? Sounds like a very, sophisticated word, right? Or set of words, right? It is. Basically what that means, it's a very smart way of saying, if you give people money, who's going to spend it, who's going to save it, and who's going to do absolutely nothing with it, okay? So basically what they do is they categorize people within 3 different categories. Somebody that has a very low MPC, somebody that has a medium MPC, and somebody that has a very high MPC, okay? Now, let me break this down a little bit more closely. Now, you might be thinking, okay, I don't really get it still. It doesn't really make sense to me. But let me break this down. Okay, so remember, MPC in this example here and what they talk about in these reports, marginal propensity to consume, or again, just basically if we gave somebody money, do they have a high MPC, a low MPC, or a medium MPC? As in, if I gave somebody $1,000, do they spend it all? Do they spend a portion of it? Do they save all of it? What do they do with it? That's what they determine here, and that's how they label these different groups of people. Here's what they found, okay? Let me break down the details of this because this is very interesting. In fact, this is a very well done report here, okay? Some pretty interesting stuff here, and again, this also illustrates exactly what we want to know because if/when they start distributing more money, as in stimulus and stuff like that, they want to know where does that money need to go, right? Because remember, at the end of the day, what is the purpose behind stimulus checks, ongoing monthly checks? Is it to help us out? Well, yes, kind of, not really. It's mostly to stimulate the economy through the people. That's what they do, okay? I've talked about that before in other videos. Anyway, here's what they found, is that people that have a very low income people have a very high MPC. People that have a medium income have also a medium MPC. People that have a very high income have a very low MPC. Okay, now what does that mean? Let me break it down. So basically what they would do and what they find with these studies is that if people were to get money, in fact, they actually used the last 3 stimulus checks that we got, the $1,200 in early 2020, the $600 in late 2020, and the $1,400 in early 2021. They tracked all that money, and that's what they found, okay? So by the way, all of those stimulus checks went out to about 85% of the population, and it encompassed nearly $900 billion. So a little bit shy of $1 trillion went out in the form of just stimulus checks, okay? That's a big sample size, and they have a lot of tracking to do with that, and that's exactly what they've done here. Here's what they found. They found higher income people generally saved the money and did not spend that money, and if they did, it took them a very long time to spend the money. Is that what we want? No, that is not what we want. We want the opposite, right? If they send the money out in the form of stimulus, they do not want that money saved. Stimulus money is not supposed to be saved. It is supposed to be spent, okay? So those individuals that have a high income have a low MPC. Sorry, high income, you're out of here. You're not the people that we want. We do not want high income people getting checks because they do not fulfill the purpose of the stimulus. They want the stimulus spent, not saved, and not used to pay down bills. They want it spent in the economy. So, sorry, high income people, you're out of here. You don't count, okay? So that's what they found with this. Now, they also found that people that have a medium income, now, medium income, it sounds to me like anywhere between about $75,000 to about $150,000 or so is what they're determining as medium income, okay? So, again, that's just kind of the range that they're looking at. But what they found with medium income people is generally they spend about half, they save about half, and it takes them kind of about a medium amount of time. So the medium people, they're kind of like medium on everything, okay? They're the medium income, they have medium spending habits, they spend about a medium amount of money, things like that. So again, not really the solution that we're looking for, but also not the worst approach in the world either, okay? They're kind of like right in the middle. They're just medium people, okay? However, here's the gravy train, okay? Here is what they found is exactly what they want, right? Have you ever been in a situation like that where you're looking for something, looking, and you're like, man, I'm just not finding anything that I want here. And then you find the perfect thing, and you're like, that's it. That right there is it. I want that one. You know what I mean? And you're like, without a doubt, that's exactly what I'm looking for. I found it. Well, that's what they found here in this study, okay? They found that low-income individuals have a very high MPC, exactly what they want, okay? They found that low-income people spend the money quickly. They spend all of it or a vast majority of it, and they spend it very quickly. In fact, let me share with you the details of what they found in this study here. They found that those individuals that have a low income spent 80+% of the money within 10 days. Bingo! That's exactly what we want right there, okay? That's exactly what they're looking for. They want the money to go out to low-income people with a high MPC, a high marginal propensity to consume. In other words, spending the money quickly and in its entirety, spending the vast majority of that money very, very quickly, okay? So, pretty interesting stuff here, okay? That's what they found in this report here. So now let me break it down all the details and bring this thing full circle here. So what they found is that, again, remember, during the years of, 2020, early 2020, late 2020, early 2021, they sent out nearly $900 billion in stimulus checks. Well, we continue to go back and forth on this. Some people continue to say, this is what's causing all the inflation. Well, I'm kind of on the other side of the fence a little bit, okay? Did the stimulus checks cause a little bit of inflation? They probably did. Did they cause all of the inflation? I don't think so. Here's why. They printed $6 trillion. 26% of the money supply that we have of United States dollars was printed in about a year and a half. And there was about $6 trillion. The stimulus checks accounted for $900 billion. Actually, it was a little bit less than $900 billion. You can't tell me that $900 billion caused all of the inflation when $6 trillion was printed. It's just not feasible. It's not logical, okay? That's not how it works, okay? But either way, maybe it caused a little bit of inflation. I would agree with that. It probably did cause a little bit of inflation. But here's what we can find now going forward. They found that the whole objective behind stimulus checks is, again, not to help the people, even though they make it sound like it's to help the people. It's not. Let's be fair. I've been very real with you before. They don't care about us. They care about the economy. They care about getting reelected, and they care about getting popular, people. They care about being popular, as in lawmakers and everybody like this, okay? That's who I'm referring to. So my point is, when it comes down to stimulus and things like this, why do they send it out? Because they want to be a hero and help the people? No. Well, they probably do want to be a hero too, but that's not the case. They want to stimulate the economy, right? Because when the economy is in a major contraction, a major recession, they send out stimulus so that all of us go out and we spend the money quickly, and then we stimulate the economy very, very fast. A huge injection of money into the economy very, very quickly, okay? They do this every single time that we go into a recession. Every time they go into a major economic contraction, they give us money and they say, here, everybody, why don't you go spend some money? And we say, thank you very much. Don't mind if I do, okay? And then we go buy some stuff. So what they found with this going forward is that in the event of the economy, crashing and burning, a big recession, a major economic contraction, they continue to find that in the event of sending out more checks, they don't really need to send it out to 85% of the population like they did the last couple times, right? Remember, again, I'm not here to take political sides, but remember, they conveniently sent all that stuff out when they were trying to get approval from people, right? Again, kind of baiting the hook a little bit, right? Anyway, I'm not going to turn this into a political thing, but again, I think we all know what happened there, right? But anyway, here's what they found is that in the event of more checks going out, they do not need to send it out to 85% of the population. But what they found is they need to send it to about 20%, the lowest income 20% of the population, which encompasses right now about 67 or so million people, okay? Right now in the country, there's 334 million Americans in the United States, okay? Or what I should say is just, people living in the United States, 334 million people. They need to send out checks to about 20% of that, which is about 67 million people. And they found that if they were to send out just ongoing monthly checks of $2,000 for these 67 million people, ongoing for a short period of time, that this would achieve the exact same results and give them exactly what they want, which is high MPC, high marginal propensity to consume. These 67 million people will take the $2,000, and for the most part, they will spend about 80% of it within the first 10 days. That means $1,600 per individual going out would be spent, according to this study, within the 10 days of when somebody receives that money, okay? You get $2,000, you spend $1,600 of it. On average, for most people, they spend at least $1,600 of it within the first 10 days. Again, bingo, exactly what we're looking for, okay? So interesting report here. I found this stuff was super interesting. I'm a huge geek. I geek out on this stuff. I think it's so interesting to find this stuff. I'm very interested in statistics and all this stuff like this, percentages, different mathematical equations and stuff like this, and this is exactly what laid out here in this report. I found this to be very fascinating because, again, we've heard this before so many times. Do high-income people need checks? No. Do they want checks? Probably, right? I mean, let's be real here. If somebody dangled $2,000 in front of your face, would you say, no, I'm high income, I don't need that? You'd probably say, I'll take it. I'm going to grab myself a new set of golf clubs. Awesome. I'm going to hit the course this weekend. Awesome. I'm going to go, I don't know, buy me a designer bag. I don't really know. I don't know what people do with that. But my point is, if high-income people don't get checks, again, it's a lot less money going out, less inflation coming as a result, and when it goes out to those people that are highly focused, highly targeted, and it goes out to the people that they know will spend the money very quickly, again, it achieves all of the objectives that they're looking for, which is getting a lot of money into the economy very quickly, and we can find that right here with this study. 10 days, and most of it is already spent. If they did that for a couple months, bingo, wouldn't cost that much money, which, by the way, $2,000 a month for 67 million people is, $134 billion a month. That's not that much, okay? $134 billion is not that much money. When it comes down to the government and the federal government, they work with trillions of dollars. They don't really, even blink at billions of dollars. So, anyway, long story short, this is the report that's out there, and what they're talking about with this whole automatic $2,000 monthly checks, MPC, stimulus checks, ongoing monthly checks, all this business like this, and the highly focused checks that they would need in the event of another economic contraction, recession, whatever you want to call it, something like this. This is what it comes down to. Pretty awesome stuff, right? So, anyway, apparently that's what it took. In 2020, the checks that went out early 2021, maybe apparently that's what it took, is all of that money to go out for them to realize, hey, wait, we don't need to send out money to 85% of the population unless we're trying to get, a hooray for me or a vote or something like that. We don't need to do that because there's not really any point. We just need to focus that money on the lowest 20% of income individuals, and we achieved a much better result of that, right? So, anyway, I thought you might find this to be very interesting. I certainly did. So again, please leave your comments, your questions, your feedback down below. Share this video with your friends, family, social media. Subscribe down below. And go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day. Take care. Have a good one. And I'll catch you again later in the next video. I'll see you.